so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here, and today I'm going to do the, what is it called? Summer Scaries book tag. I think Penguin Teen did this, and like it's because the Merciless 4 is coming out, and well, it came out already. But because I love the Merciless, and I thought, hey, I need to support it as much as possible, I thought, why not go ahead and do the tag? There are 8 questions. So let's just get into it. Number 1 is Specter. A book still haunts you after reading it. I actually do know what I'm going to pick. I would have to give this to the Creation of a Serial Killer. I do not remember the author's name. That book actually is ridiculously disturbing. It is about the smiley face killer, and some parts of it were just really graphic. And like, part of the book is in the perspective of the killer that this guy interviewed and got all this information, and other parts, which are like my least favorite parts of the book, were of his father and him like denying or accepting truth to what, you know, the smiley face killer was saying. That book, I always think of it from time to time. It creeps me out. It took me forever to read it because it was just so much that I couldn't digest it all at once. So I definitely give that to I. Number 2 is Don't Split Up. A book you would want to read around a campfire with friends. Ooh. Survive the Night by Daniel Vega. This is actually about a group of friends who go to this underground rave in an abandoned, like, what do you call it? Subway, like, area. And there's things, people are dying. It's kind of creepy. It's one of those books that I definitely was like, ooh, I don't want to be too close to under my bed. And it was super late at night when I was reading it. This would be a lot of fun to read with a group of friends and creep everyone out. Number 3 is Ghost, a book you would like to ghost. For me, you know, honestly, I feel like I've read a lot of books I dislike, and the only one that honestly comes to mind, and I know this is always an unpopular opinion, would be An Ember in the Ashes by Sabati here. I understand and completely get why authors are inspired by other books, but this one pissed me off so much with just the first 100 pages, how much of a ripoff, and not a very good one it was, to Red Rising. There was like a million like similarities, like completely parallel. And I was just like, how do you even publish that? I mean, I don't know how it's continued since then. And I've read books that are similar, like it happens, everything's been done before. But this was just like trying to be a copy, trying to be the same thing. And it was so upsetting. I would like to forget that I read those first 120 pages. I don't think I'll ever be able to finish it also. Number 4 is Frankenstein, a book that mixes genres well. I'll give it to Infinity by Juice. This definitely mixed romance and science fiction really, really well. I'm definitely coming to terms with more romance in books. I don't mind it as much. But I think that Juice does a really good job of making the romance, even though it is like one of the big things of the book, equal to all the like science fiction-y craziness that's going on. I think she did a very good job putting it together. I'm currently reading this, so that's why, not this book, but the series. And I think that's why like this is stuck, but I think she mixes them very, very well. Number 5 is Murder, a book with a twist you didn't see coming. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McCannis. There's a twist in this book. I was not expecting it. Like, it's one of those things where it pops in your head, but then as everything continues, you immediately think, no, that's not possible. And then it happens, you're like, what the heck? Like, it was done so well, so good. If you do not know, this is about a group of kids, 5 if I'm going to believe, teenagers, who go into detention, and when they come out, there's only 4 that come out. One of them dies in the detention. So it's all about which one of the 4 that are living that is lying about, you know, who killed him. It's really good. Love this, and I can't wait for her second book. Number 6 is Zombie, a book or series you would like to revive from the BookTube graveyard. I would like to bring Endgame by James Frey and Nils Johnson Shelton back from the grave. People talked about this only when the very first book was coming out and for a very short period of time, and then all of a sudden everyone just like completely forgot about it. But this book is like amazing. I absolutely loved it. I have the next 2 books. I will be reading it this year. But this was so good. Like, no one talks about it, and I wish they would. like, we tend to talk about the same things all the time, but some of these books deserve to be more talked about, and that's including me talking about them. So yeah. Number 7 is Witch, a horror book with a strong female protagonist. I'm going to specifically talk about the Merciless 3. Of course, this is the prequel to the Merciless and is talking about Brooklyn. Brooklyn is super badass. I love her as a character, and this book was just like the others, really creepy and amazing and disgusting and just horrifying. I love it. I love her. Like, Sophia is pretty awesome too, but Brooklyn is the star of the show. And the last one is Mind Control, a spooky book you would recommend to everyone. I have to give this to One Was Lost by Natalie Richards, if I'm correct. It's about a group of students that go into for like a senior trip, like right before their senior year. They're going on this trip, and each of them is able to choose like what they want to do, and the main character of the book chooses kind of late, and she ends up going on a camping trip with the other group. People start dying off. You're in the middle of the woods. It's actually really good and creepy. Nice twists, nice turns. It has a great backstory. Like, it's a lot of fun. I haven't talked about this book enough because I read this around the time that I was not filming, but super, super great. I would honestly reread it, and I might actually reread it. Natalie Richards does really good books, but I do highly recommend it. I'm just going like this because I only have it on ebook, but that is the scary summer scary read book tag thing. Comment down below number 8. Answer number 8 for me, which, you know, spooky, scary horror book, whatever you would recommend to me, because you guys know that is one of my all-time favorite genres to read. I absolutely adore it. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.